As the Dallas Mavericks prepare for the playoffs, there's a little bit of uncertainty as far as how far this team can go. Are we a first-round exit? Can we make it to the Western Conference Finals again? Or maybe we'll go to the finals and win it all. But one thing is for certain, is that this Dallas Mavericks team, their future looks bright, as we have a lot of good young talent in Derrick Lively, in Omax, AJ Lawson, and Jaden Hardy. And what's shocking everybody is just how great already Derrick Lively is. I mean, we're going to talk about all those young guys in this video, but really quick, we're going to talk about Derrick Lively and his impact on this team from day one. Being able to guard all-stars like Domantas Sabonis, being able to lock down guys like Nikola Jokic, the reigning finals MVP and NBA champion, and just what Derrick Lively has done for this team and has transformed us at that center position. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest. I'm bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. But in this video, we're going to break down the young guys and just really take in for the fact that, yes, we may have traded away some future first-round picks. Our draft capital isn't looking good for the next few years. But that's fine, because we have just a litany of young guys. Either they're cooking in the G League, or they're getting either starting minutes or garbage minutes for our actual team, the Mavericks. But regardless of where they are, I can rest assured to know that when the time comes, when the guys are getting older, when Tim Hardaway Jr.'s shot disappears and actually never returns, when Maxey just can't get up and down the court like he used to, and when when the vibes of Dwight Powell fade, I'm pretty relaxed, and I'm feeling good that we have the right replacements, that we have a young core of guys that are just honing their craft. They're going up against some of the toughest matchups in the league at this age and at this stage in their career, that when the time comes, that they will be ready, and they're going to just jump out the gym and just be amazing for us and to keep this team going forward. And the first player that we're going to talk about is Derrick Lively, who has just been a monster for this Dallas Mavericks team. We saw just the other night against the Sacramento Kings, he was guarding Domantas Sabonis, holding him to only about 3 points. He was phenomenal. We've seen him go up against Chet Holmgren and dunking on him. We've seen him try and lock down Nikola Jokic and Aaron Gordon. We've seen it time and time again all season. We have asked this young guy who just turned 20 years old, say, hey, we're going up against the Joel Embiids, the Anthony Davises, the Chet Holmgrens, the Victor Wembanyama's of the world. And even though you weren't a superstar guy over in Europe, or you weren't just the overall #1 pick of your draft class, regardless of that, you are the player that we need for this team. Can you deliver? And that man, Derrick Lively, looked right back at the naysayers and said, yes, I'm your guy. And what we're going to look at right here are his stats. He's averaging 8.8 points, 6.9 rebounds, almost 7 rebounds, and 1.1 assists, shooting 74% from the floor and 50% from the free throw line, which is something that will improve come time. I mean, he's a rookie. We can't expect Derrick Lively to just come out the box ready as prime Hakeem Olajuwon or David Robinson or Shaquille O'Neal, even though sometimes it feels like Derrick Lively can play like those guys. But regardless of where he is now, he is still a rookie, he is still young, and I truly believe by year 3, Derrick Lively is going to be a threat in this league. I mean, his interior presence is phenomenal. We see him catching lobs from Kyrie and Luka left, right, almost every game. We see him locking down all-stars. I mean, I know you saw the other day against the Sacramento Kings, he was holding Domantas Sabonis to only like 3 points while he was matched up with them. And I'm going to keep saying that because I feel like no one's talking about just how phenomenal this rookie is, going up against seasoned vets. And of course, his game isn't perfect, and that's the beauty of it. He has so much more to grow. He has so much more to give this Dallas Mavericks team. Like I said, he's shooting 50% from the free throw line, which I don't think is going to be that way forever. From what I've seen from Derrick Lively so far this season, is that he is a young player who's like a sponge. He learns very fast. We've seen the pictures of him and Tyson Chandler working out together, and as long as he listens to Tyson Chandler, I believe that he could possibly be better than Tyson Chandler for us. I know that might be blasphemy for those long-time Dallas Mavericks fans who just love Tyson Chandler. I do too, trust me, but the future is bright. And Derrick Lively is shocking everyone with just how he's playing the game. And I want to say right now, at the time of this video, that Derrick Lively sits 3rd on the Rookie of the Year ladder, which to me, that means he's #1, because Chet Holmgren, I mean, he didn't play at all last season, but this is really his 2nd year. And Victor Wembanyama is just not even a human. He's an alien from France who just looks like 2 regular-sized people standing on top of each other, just swatting the ball and shooting threes. But in the realm of mortals, across the entire draft class that Derrick Lively came from, he is arguably, or maybe not even arguably, it's just a bona fide fact that he is the real deal. And we're going to just give him some more praise and break down some more just crazy facts about the kid. And right here, Daniel Gafford and Derrick Lively are ranked number 1 and number 2 in field goal percentage since the All-Star break. Two guys on the same team shooting around 80% is crazy. We got Daniel Gafford shooting 82.2% from the floor and Dereck Lively right behind him shooting 77.5% from the floor. And yes, I understand that is really just being limited to the rim, being about 5 feet from the rim. And they're not really, expanding their range. They're not taking it back. But we've seen videos of Dereck Lively in practice able to knock down threes. And again, he's still a rookie. He's got time to grow. And I believe in the next year or two, we may see Dereck Lively spacing the floor, hitting corner threes. Maybe not at a high clip or, at a high efficiency. But if I can get 1 3 every now and then from Dereck Lively, I'm fully convinced that he is definitely going to be one of the premier bigs in this league. And another thing that we want to talk about is right here as well. We talk about Daniel Gafford and Dereck Lively being just the two best shooters from the rim, but combined, they're averaging 20.3 points, 12.4 rebounds, 2 assists, 4.7 blocks and steals combined, shooting 77.6 from the floor. And that's just a beauty in itself because we got Daniel Gafford at the trade deadline. We knew what we were getting, and honestly, Daniel Gafford is more than what was advertised. But to know that we have a rookie at age 20, able to just keep up in production most nights with someone who's been in the league for a few years. Daniel Gafford's about 25 years old. To know that we have two guys who are essentially the same is just remarkable because I'm not worried about Dereck Lively's progression at all. Sky's the limit for this guy, and he's going to be phenomenal for us. And right here, like I've said, Domantas Sabonis when guarded by Dereck Lively the other night. In 25 possessions, he only had 3 points. He was 1 of 4 from the floor with 3 assists and 2 turnovers. Domantas Sabonis is a 2, maybe 3-time All-Star. Dereck Lively is a rookie. He's going up against seasoned players night after night. I can't think of any other rookie from the center position because in this league, your center in the modern NBA has to be able to space the floor, right? Everybody wants their big man to be able to shoot threes. Dereck Lively is taking it old school. He's taking it back to the early 2000s where your big man all he did was hang down low, get dunks, get blocks, and get rebounds. And guess what? Dereck Lively has been doing that in spades. And I just love to see it. I don't really necessarily need my big man to shoot threes. As long as you are a presence down low, that's one way of scoring the other team is going to have a problem with every single night. And I'm just loving it. And right here, I'm sorry, I was a little bit ahead of myself, but another young player that we're going to talk about, I kind of showed the graphic already, but is Omax, who has just been lighting it up in the G League. And if you don't think that Omax can be a replacement for Maxi Kleber, then you need to think again. And with the graphic that I showed you guys, but right here, Omax is averaging 18.1 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.6 blocks on 67.3% true shooting and 33.2 minutes per game for his 22 G League games. And that's just phenomenal for us. And I get it. The G League isn't the same as the NBA. Sometimes it doesn't translate for others. For young guys, it's more so for development and to get more familiar with playing somewhat NBA style games. And for more seasoned vets that can't really make it on an NBA roster, this is where you go for your living. So it's not like Omax is with scrubs. He's with young guys mixed with vets, right? And he's able to still be productive. Now, will that really translate to the NBA? That's to be seen, but I'm fairly certain that Omax is going to surprise a lot of NBA fans. And I know a lot of you guys watching this video want more Omax, and I don't think we're going to see him for the rest of the season, but I'm hoping that next season he will be part of this roster, maybe on the deep bench, maybe in garbage time, but at least we get a little bit of Omax. He's going to be great for us. And just to bring his stats into line, if you can see that right there, he is shooting 42.1% from 3 on 5 attempts a night. That right there, and what I said earlier about how he could be the Maxi Kleber replacement, that right there just shows you. I mean, Omax is about an inch or 2 shorter than Maxi, but they both play the power forward position, but a younger version of Maxi who can shoot 40% plus from 3 on good attempts. It's not like he's shooting 40% on 2 attempts a night. 42% on 5 attempts. In the last 2 games, I think he's been taking 8 attempts while still maintaining 40+% from 3 is phenomenal. His defense is there, and it's only going to get better in the NBA because he's still a young guy. Omax Prosper is going to be the man for us because the stretch 4 position is something that we haven't really had this year. We had it in the first half with Maxi Kleber. It was great. I loved it. But ever since that toe injury and he's been in and out of the rotation, he's coming off the bench, Maxi really hasn't been that good for us offensively, and Omax might need to sneak in next year as his replacement, like we saw this year where Dereck Lively replaced Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Dereck Lively replaced the man, the myth, the legend, Dwight Powell. I'm sorry, I'm losing it here. But you know how Dereck Lively replaced I just said his name, Dwight Powell. Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy right now. Dwight Powell. Omax may have to replace Maxi Kleber, and that's something that we will have to just hope and pray we actually see next year. Hopefully Jason Kidd can do that for us. But not only that, we look at the stats on the last game against the Sacramento Kings at the bottom. Jaden Hardy and Josh Green. I'm sorry, Jaden Hardy and AJ Lawson. I'm all over the place, guys. I apologize. But AJ Lawson and Jaden Hardy, those two guys only played about 4 and 5 minutes in the game the other night. But combined, they had 13 points. And it was in garbage time. We were already up by like 30 plus. And of course, you put in the garbage guys, it doesn't matter, whatever. But while we're up 30 plus, AJ Lawson and Jaden Hardy said, you know what? I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get mine. We saw a quick slam from A.J. Lawson. We saw a nice 3 from A.J. Lawson. We saw Jaden Hardy doing a little bit of playmaking, getting A.J. going, and it was only about for 4 minutes, but it was good to see. And we know what we're going to get from Jaden Hardy. Jaden Hardy can score in just a short amount of time. He can get you some buckets. He's a very efficient scorer. But A.J. Lawson being a little bit older, he's about 23 years old. He's been around the league for a while. Not necessarily super young, but being 23, you're still younger. 2 years behind P.J. Washington and Daniel Gafford. And I believe that if A.J. Lawson just continues to develop, gets another year in the G League, maybe some run with us in the in the NBA, that he could be just a phenomenal asset for us. Maybe not a starter player, but coming off the bench, A.J. Lawson may be that spark plug for us. Down the road when Dante Exum is a little bit older and on his way out, A.J. Lawson could definitely be that replacement for him. So with that, guys, our future is looking definitely just fantastic. I don't have any complaints about our young guys, and I know a lot of fans were upset during the trade deadline that we were giving away draft picks, but it's okay. We got Derrick Lively, we got AJ Lawson, we got Omax, right? We got Jaden Hardy, Party Hardy. I'm okay with not having certain draft picks because we have those players right now cooking in the G League, cooking in the NBA, just growing and learning. And it's going to pay dividends for us down the road because Luka is also fairly young. PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford are both 25. So their window of being ready to compete and their bodies are still good to go is a lot wider than like Tim Hardaway Jr., like Maxi Kleber, like Dwight Powell. So those guys are ready, maybe not now, but in the next year or two, those guys are going to be ready to really just take their game to a whole nother level and keep this Mavericks team in contention. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far. Thank you for dealing with my lapse in memory. I don't know what was going on with that, but check out our Twitter and our Discord. Links are in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We're doing a free jersey giveaway, and the only way to enter is becoming a channel member of any tier. But we have a big game tomorrow against the Sacramento Kings. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go live. I'm actually watching the game with a few friends. But you best believe I will give you guys that post-game video. So make sure you stay subscribed and keep your eyes peeled for that video. But until then, y'all take care. Peace.